Senator, why do you think Joe Biden has so much more of the black vote than
Senator,
you?
nothing about voting rights.
Hey, Senator, a lot of critics are saying that you and Bernie Sanders are basically the same candidate. What's your response to that, Senator?
So I think we're headed right over here.
I say open borders is in a war on the is a Koch brothers conspiracy.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say open borders is a Koch brothers conspiracy, Senator? Senator? Senator, open borders, Koch brothers conspiracy? Sanders, how do they differ? How do your positions differ from Bernie Sanders?
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm her press secretary.
I enjoyed this debate.
Hey, Senator, what's your response to that?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Great. All right, so your strongest answers tonight were on corruption.
Thanks. What's up, man? Give me a hug.
All right, how you doing? All right. Tonight you talked about democracy dollars, and it seemed from the reaction that a lot of people didn't understand it, when in fact I actually think it's one of the best plans out there for public financing.
All the things we talked about, stopping this trade war that's been bad for Texas. Yeah, we need to do that, but we can't do that unless we win big.
So
All right.
today's
Well, I think we made the distinction. Joe voted for the war in Iraq, which turned out to be one of the great foreign policy disasters in the history of this country.
I thought I had said what I needed to say on guns when I was campaigning across Texas. Folks would point out, what is this guy Beto doing talking about an assault weapons ban in Texas while he's running for Senate in this proud gun-loving, gun-owning state?
So to his point, how do you enforce a mandatory buyback beyond relying on people to just sort of, okay, yeah, I'll follow the law?
I just truly believe in the people of this country. I expect Americans to follow the law. I really have faith that they'll do that.
Joe has voted for terrible trade agreements, NAFTA and PNTR with China, would cost us millions of good-paying jobs.
Debate, there were some attacks on debate and memory and all this stuff that played out. You weren't involved with them. But does that bother you, seeing that happen?
I mean, I'll leave it to the viewer to make their decision.
Joe voted for the bailout of Wall Street. Joe voted for a very bad bankruptcy bill. I opposed all of those initiatives. And I think it's not only the voting record, I think it's my vision for the future. I am prepared to stand with the working class of this country and take on the greed and corruption of the corporate elite.
Why in the third debate have you decided to make this focus so much about Trump as opposed to the first two? It seems, it is a slight change when you look at your past two debates.
Well, but my whole campaign is about that.
Can you explain that a little bit more
I
thoroughly?
would love to. Thank you for the opportunity. So right now, our government has been overrun by corporate lobbyists and moneyed interests. And if you are a lawmaker, you have very tough choices because you have the voters on one side, and then you have these companies that are just giving you money for your reelection and everything. And you spend all your time dialing for dollars, and a lot of that ends up touching the lobbyists and the corporates. So how do we free our legislators up from this bondage? What we do is we give every American voter 100 democracy dollars that are use it or lose it. So if you don't use it in 2019, you get 100 new dollars in 2020. And with these democracy dollars, every voter could then give $100 to that legislator. And so the legislator's incentives then completely change.